All right, let's talk about this quarterback matchup we just watched unfold here, Tim. As obviously you had Jordan Love against Caleb Williams, and once again, just like the Bears fans do every other time, going into that week, going into that game, boy, they were confident, were they not? They were. It was, EPA is a fake stat, right? Yeah, look at the all they wanted to talk about was the record, right? 7-3. If you guys didn't see Ryan's rap that he put out when they were 7-3, absolutely hilarious. Had AI create a song of of an overweight Bears fan rapping that were 7-3. Good stuff there. Make sure you go check that out. Probably got it on his YouTube channel. He definitely had it on his X account as well, at Pack_Daddy. But now you lay the tread to the asphalt here, Tim. You actually get these two quarterbacks on the same field together, right? And here was the result. And we're going to get into all the PFF grades here in a minute. Jordan Love finished this game with a 90.4 PFF grade in Week 14 with that victory over the Chicago Bears. Caleb Williams finished with a 60.6, while, might I add, he threw the game-ending interception in the end zone on a 4th-and-1 play, right? Jordan Love, it's not even close. It's not. I can't even believe we're having a conversation about it, but it's not even close. Jordan Love is so much better than Caleb Williams, it's not even funny. And I know there's going to be Bears fans that say, well, of course he is. You've been in the league long. Of course, then stop pretending like Caleb has more talent than Jordan Love. There may come a day that Caleb is a better quarterback than Jordan. I don't see it. But until that day, stop coming in here talking trash. Stop jumping on X, talking all that smack, and then turn around as soon as you get your butts kicked. And, well, he doesn't have as much experience. Or I love how they like to pretend like Jordan Love has been, where he's been in the league for however many years, as if he's been playing that whole time, knowing he was sitting on the bench. So with that being said, that's a story for a different day, right? Allowing your quarterback to actually sit behind a Hall of Famer. I mean, you can't do that if you don't have Hall of Fame quarterbacks in Chicago, when was the last time that happened, right? When was the last time? Right. It would have been, right, Tim? It would have had to be
so.
Yeah.
I believe so.
Because I don't think, last I checked, I don't think Jay Cutler made the finalists.
No, he didn't.
Yeah. No. So with that being said, to me, it's not even close. How do you see this Jordan Love, Caleb Williams, man? It's wild to think that they're still trying to hang on to hope. I think today it's a lot more quiet, though, Tim. I think they're starting to realize, a good portion of the fan base starting to realize, the Packer fans told us this all week, that you guys are just looking at touchdowns and interceptions in the win-loss record. And Packer fans have been going, when you look at the important metrics, it'll show you how bad Caleb's playing. And then Ben Johnson comes out and stuck his foot in his mouth early in the week and said, yeah, we're winning in spite of our passing game.
Get ready to go.
Unbelievable there, right? So, again, I think they're starting to come to the realization, okay, and again, we said it last week. I think Solder said it in the chat. I think Bates said it in the chat. We had a discussion about it. It scares me a little bit to think about if the Bears actually had a good quarterback. It might have even been Mike here that just do a super chat in. If they had a decent quarterback, they'd be solid right now. I mean, they would be in a much better situation. But how do you see this Jordan Love, Caleb Williams? Man, on a scale of 1 to 10, where would you put Jay Love, and where would you put Caleb, with 10 being the best rating there?
Well, I'm giving Jay money the 10.
Why is
that? Because he only throws dimes. And I think, let's be real. I mean, if you
by 10 yards.
Oh, that guy alone, Clay. Haven't heard from him either, though. That's good. But I think if you look, even if you look at the progression, it's a valid argument. Caleb was a rookie last year, right? This is his second year as a starter in the league. But if you took 2 years as Jordan's year 2, and the progression that he was at in his development compared to Caleb's, I think it's night and day. And certainly where they're at right now, I put Caleb somewhere around 5 or 6 on the scale. And I'm gonna give Jay money the dime, the number 10 for sure.
There you go. I think that's a very, very fair grade for Caleb Williams, somewhere around 5 or 6. Yep. And again, he's improved from last year. That's how bad he was last year. But still, you see, as Mike says here with the super chat, thank you, Mike. He says Ben doesn't even trust Caleb to run a drop back game at all.
So true.
How many times did you see? I mean, they passed what was 60? It was like 67% of their passes yesterday was all play action. And then when he wasn't running play action, it was sprint right, sprint left option type plays. Like they do not trust him to take a 3 or a 5-step drop and read the 1, the 2 to the 3, or read the high to the low, or pick a side. Like they don't trust him to do any of that.
And that's what'll kill your career in the NFL. It doesn't matter how much athletic ability or arm talent you have. If you can't read a D, and you can't play within a system, you're not gonna play for very long.
Yeah, absolutely. Fishy, and thank you for the super chat, Mike. Appreciate you, buddy. Fishy Things says here in the chat. Let me get that off there real quick. He says in the chat, Caleb's elite scrambling skills put him above average. I completely agree with that.
That's why I said 5 or 6. I figured 5 would be in the middle, right? You maybe give him a 6 because of the mobility factor with him.
Yeah. And again, if you're drafting guys to be an elite runner at the quarterback position, show me the last time that panned out for a team, right? Because Jalen Hurts is not a bad passer. Caleb Williams is a bad passer, right? His accuracy is cheats. He is a bad passer. Jalen Hurts has improved his game to where he became a solid, a very efficient quarterback, at least on that Super Bowl run last year. With Caleb, you just haven't seen it at all. I mean, it is really bad. You'll see the occasional lasers he'll throw, and we know he's got arm strength. But yeah, I completely agree, Fishy Things. The way I like to grade quarterbacks, if you remove their ability to scramble, if the NFL changed the rules tomorrow and said you're not allowed to scramble, you're not allowed to scramble at all, how would you grade that quarterback? That matters to me more than how he grades out with the scrambling ability, if that makes sense. So we got Jacob joining us now. Jacob, we're just talking a little Jordan Love versus Caleb Williams here. I put a tweet out earlier. The PFF grades are in this Week 14 matchup. Jordan Love, a 90.4 PFF grade. Caleb Williams, a 60.6. Is there anything you'd like to add to this conversation before we move along to the next topic, sir?
Yeah, no, I was listening to you guys on the way home. Again, put some respect on Jordan Love's name. I mean, it's just becoming a little bit ridiculous. You can almost look at every single metric. I actually got into a fight with my best friend's 10-year-old kid who, for some reason, went down the dark side and is a Vikings fan. And
wait. Did you just say you got in a fight with a 10-year-old, Jacob?
Oh yeah, I almost hit him. Yeah. I'll hit a kid. I'm not above it.
There goes the
No, but he's trying to sit there and, like, honestly, it's not just him. We got some other group chat. You guys remember, if you guys used to watch the fantasy podcast that we used to do, we had Bad Luck Paul, who was our just resident Vikings fan, aka the loser. And he was, he's trying to talk a lot of smack, saying that Jordan Love is not a top 3, if not a top 2, not a top 1 quarterback. You can look at any single metric right now, and he is top 3, top 5, if not top 1. So I just think that it needs to be kind of dealt with, and people just it stinks because they just feel like that they can't accept the fact that we went from Favre to Rodgers to now Jordan Love throwing dimes. Why, Tim? Because he wears what?
Number 10, baby.
Hey, we go. Just saying.
Kieran in the chat, Caleb's running around as a quarterback is only going to last so long. It's so true.
Exactly.
And the clock is ticking for Caleb to learn how to become a passer. And I'm telling you, Ben Johnson, that's only going to last so long. If they go in, you remember Ben Johnson set a preseason goal for Caleb Williams to be 70% completion percentage, right?
Yeah.
Caleb is not even to 55% last I checked. The adjusted completion percentage is a little higher, but it's way worse on the rankings. So with that being said, if they finish this year out and Caleb is under 60% completion percentage, and then they come out next year and he starts at under 60% again, Ben Johnson is going to run his ass off. That's what's going to happen. It's just a matter of time. And I'm telling you, it's going to be glorious, although we know as soon as they get another quarterback, Bears fans will once again pop up and move the goalposts and say, no, this is the guy. This is the real guy this time. That's how it always tends to happen. So completely agree, Kieran. It's going to run out of time sooner or later. So, again, there you go. A little Jordan Love versus Caleb Williams. Just want to make sure if you got any Bears fans out there that there you go. United Bates, thank you, buddy. Caleb is currently 57.8% completion percentage. Yuck. So let us know in the comments what you think if you're watching this back later. Jordan Love and Caleb Williams. I mean, I don't think there's anybody who's in their right mind that would pick Caleb Williams over Jordan Love if you had to pick between those two quarterbacks right now. But man, it better get better quick, or Caleb is going to be out of Chicago. I mark my words. am I the only ones that sees that with Ben Johnson on his face? Like he wears his emotions on his sleeves a little bit. He tries to be the stone cold, but you see it, the rolling of the eyes, the throwing the head back and everything. He can tell Caleb is not a good quarterback.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I do think, I mean, I'm not trying to by any means defend Caleb Williams here, but it is his first year in this system. So he's got a new kind of scheme, new plan. But the future does not look bright. And I think Chicago would just as soon bail on another quarterback before they bail on this head coach that they took a chance on. So I think you're right, Clayton. I think Caleb would be gone before Ben Johnson is.
Yeah, definitely got lesser of a leash than Ben Johnson. That's for sure, man. But again, if you get rid of Caleb eventually, that means Ryan Poles is gone, and I don't want to even think about that, Dave, because I love the fact that Ryan Poles is
extend Poles, extend him. Yeah,
absolutely. So,
they did, didn't they?
I think that. Yeah,
didn't he sign an extension? Was it last year?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Nice.
And I celebrated. I popped the champagne. I was like, let's do this. You kidding me?
Yeah, that's my second favorite poll. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, we do, Jacob. Yes, we do. So if you guys are watching this video back,
too old for this. Of course you aren't defending Caleb, Tim. You aren't holding anyone. Oh, I love it.
Oh, man. Here, we got one more super chat before we wrap up. Jason Weiss says, well, with the nail painting emoji. Who would have thought the team with the logo shaped like a toilet seat still sucks? So, appreciate you, Jason. Appreciate it. If you guys are watching this video back later, let us know what you think about Jordan Love's performance over Caleb Williams. I know it was a glorious thing in the Bailey household. Make sure you hit like, subscribe, and click that bell icon so you're notified when we go live here in the future. All right.